Hello, fellow Techstars. It's been an exciting journey so far. Today is our third day of Master Excel in 30-Day Challenge. Today, we'll be exploring a very crucial part of Excel, formulas. Now, you would probably use Excel for data analysis for whatever project or even your final year projects or report generation. And formulas is a very crucial, a very pivotal part of data analysis. It entails a lot, but don't worry, I'm going to break things down into very simpler bits for you to easily grasp. Now join me and let's go ahead with the last time. We have our numbers scattered in different cells all around. And today we are going to be exploring formulas. So the last time I showed you where we could locate our formula bar, which is just by our name box here. So this is what we have as our formula bar. Okay, so mostly in Excel, if you want to input a formula to manipulate data in a cell, you need to start with an equal to sign. So we are going to try a very simple formula. We are trying to add this content in this cell and then this content in that cell. So we are going to try this simple formula. You're going to add up the content of cell D3 and E3. And we are going to paste the results in cell D11. So basically, that's what we are going to do. Now, like I said, to write a formula, I need to start with an equal to sign. So I'm going to click the cell and make it active. Come to my formula bar. Put in my equal to sign. Then I can either type the name or the address of the cells I want to add. Remember how we name cells in day one of our Master Excel in 30 days. So here we mention it as D3, so equal to D3 plus E3. Then we click on enter. So let's see, 8 and 7. What's the result of the sum of 8 and 7? It's 15, so that's right. So our formula just made it easier for us by adding these two cells together. Okay, so another way we can go about this is to just input our equal to sign and manually choose the cells we want to add. D3, you realize it automatically picks it up and places it in our formula bar. Then we add our addition sign and come to our second cell we want to add. Let's proceed. So let's add the contents of two different sets of cells. So this time I'm going to pick one from our pattern that we generated, cell B6, and probably this number, cell H10. So we're going to place the result in cell E14. So I have to click on E14, make it active, then put in my equal to sign. Then I come for B6 plus H10, enter. So I have what? 45, which is the addition of 25 and 20. Great. This is how simply you can use the addition sign to add the content of two cells in Excel. Let's see what will happen if we choose to add two cells with text instead of numbers. Okay, so I have this new cell that is active, cell H8, is in the name box here. I'm going to go with my equal to sign, trying to create a formula. Then I put in H4 plus H6. Enter. What happens? Error in value. Yes, because we can't add a letter to a letter. We can only add a number to a number. Alright, so let's undo this. Remember, Control Z for undo. Great. Now let's move ahead and try the subtraction. So basically, I'm trying to pick cell D4, which has the content or the number 51, and cell F4, so D4 minus F4. And let's place the results in E13, D4 minus E4, enter. It gives us 49, which is true because 51 minus 2 is going to result in 49. This is how simply we can write a formula on subtraction. Let's try another sample on subtraction and then we move to multiplication and division. So this time I'm going to use the new results that I've generated, which is 49 and 45, right? They are in cells E13 and F13. I'm going to place the results in G13. So as usual, I go to my formula box, equal to sign, pick up my cells E13 minus F13, enter, and we have 4, which is true because 49 minus 45, it's 4. Okay, so that's it on subtraction. Now let's proceed to multiplication. So I'll try and multiply 5 by 51. So that's cell D4 by cell D7. And let's put the result in cell D9. So cell D9, make it active, equal to sign. Pick cell D4 minus cell D7 and enter. So here we have it. Our result is 46. That's 51 minus 5 is 46. So it's true. So let's go ahead with our multiplication bit. I'm going to pick cell D4 and cell D7 and multiply them and put the results in cell D10. So I make cell D10 active. So writing my formula bar, I'm going to have D4 times, and when it comes to multiplication, we use the asterisk symbol, which is on my keyboard on the number 8. Yeah. So cell D4 times D7 and then enter, and it's 255. So you can cross check with your calculator. 51 by 5 is indeed 255. So this is accurate. Another example of multiplication. Let's take cell E3 with H10. E3 multiplied by H10. Okay, and place the result in F15. So highlight or make cell F15 active. Put in the equal to sign in your formula box. Choose the cells, which is E3 multiplied by H10, and then enter. I have 140, which is 7 by 20, and that will give us 140. E3 by H10 give us 140. Okay, let's proceed to try out the division. So I'll just go to a new cell, make it active, equal to let's pick 51 again, divided by, so divided we use slash because you won't find the divided sign on your keyboard or your laptop. So we use forward slash, D7, and let's look at the result. So that's 10.2. 51 divided by 5, 10.2. Great. Let's have another sample of division. So I'll choose 49 and try to divide by 45 and keep the results in cell E18. So cell E18, make it active by just clicking on it. Let's place our equal to sign in the formula bar. Pick 49, divide it by 45. Enter. Okay, so we have 1.088888999. So that's how we go about division in Excel. So now we are going to try what we call parentheses, or normally called brackets. So imagine that you have a number of operations you want to do. You want to add, you want to multiply, you want to divide, maybe subtract, all in the same line or all with the same cells. What we can do is try to put them together. So just like you might have an equation, you can try to do a similar thing in Excel. So let's try that. Let me pick cell I-17 to put our results in. And then the parenthesis is just basically to give order of what operations should be done first. In basic computing, we have a hierarchy of how operations are handled or operators are handled. So we have multiplication, division in high priority. Then under that, we can have addition and subtraction, and then the rest follows. So multiplication and division will mostly precede that. But maybe in some case, you want the calculation to be done in a certain order. You want the addition to be done before the multiplication based on what you're trying to do. So we are going to try a similar one here. So I have cell D3. I want to add it to cell E7. Sorry, cell E3. Then multiply everything, that's the sum, by cell I6, and then subtract E8 minus F4. Now I'm going to put the parentheses into the equation for you to see what I actually want to do. Then we'll try it without the parentheses, and then we'll see the different answers that we are going to get. That should explain parentheses and then which operators take precedence in computing. Okay, so enter. We get 117 as our result. Okay, so let's try and do this manually to see what's happened here. So D3 has a value of 8, E3 has a value of 7. Once we add those two together, you're supposed to get 15 in the first bracket. Now in the second bracket, which is usually how math is solved, we handle the brackets first. E8 has 5. So 5 minus F4. F4 is 2. 5 minus 2 is 3. Is 3, right? So we have 15 and we have 3 here. I6 is 8. I6 is 8. So now the equation becomes, let's do that in a new cell so we don't get confused. The equation becomes 15 times 8 minus 3. So we can just let Excel do it for us. And then we see the results. It's 117. So we are right. This is how Excel calculated it using parentheses as priority. Now let's take parentheses out of this. Let's copy this whole thing, whole formula. Get a new cell where we are trying to find out what the difference is going to be. And then it happens to be cell H18. Make it active. In the formula bar, type equal to sign. Paste it. Then now take away the parentheses, the brackets. And let's see if Excel is going to give us a different number. So you see, this time it was 57. The question is how? Like I told you, multiplication and division takes precedence over addition and subtraction. So what it tried to do was multiply E3 by I6 first. And E3 happens to be 7, I6 happens to be 8. So 7 by 8 gives us 56. Now let's try doing that again in a new cell. So it gives us 56. Now what is D3? D3 is 8. So 56 plus 8 gives us, so 56 plus 8 gives us 64. 64. Now 64 minus E8. 64 minus E8. 64 minus 5 gives us 59. Now 59 minus F4, which is 2. 59 minus 4, which is 2, gives us 57. So back to what we got. So what I explained earlier is if you don't put any parentheses, normal computing will try to make multiplication the priority. So it will try to handle E3 plus I6 first. Then it will come and add it to D3. Then now subtract it from, then subtract E8 from it, and then subtract F4 from it in that order. So when it comes to addition and subtraction, the first one takes the precedence. But when it comes to addition, multiplication, division, and all the different kinds of operators, then multiplication, division takes precedence over addition and subtraction. I hope you understand. If it's still not clear, please send me a comment in the comment section. I'll try and explain further. Okay. So this is how we can apply formula to cells. Now there could be instances where you just have one cell and then you're applying a formula to it. So maybe I have cell D4. I just want to multiply it by 8. So I come to a new cell, make it active, put in my equal to sign, then take cell D4 and just say multiply it by 8. And then give me the results. And it's 408. Another example is take cell J4, divide it by 3 and give me the result. So that's 2.33333. Yeah. So basically you can do a whole lot of combinations with addition, subtraction, multiplication, division that we've learned. Hi fellow texters, I know it's been a bit hectic because formulas are generally not easy, but I hope you were able to follow through, and then gradually we'll pick up as we continue with our journey on Master Excel in 30 days. All right, so I want to see you in day 4 on our journey. Congrats if you've stayed along up until this point. Let's get this. Bye.